You're out there, training camp, brutal. I'm sure it was so hot here in
Yeah.
California. You are doing your fantasy football podcast, you're running businesses, all of this, you're entrepreneurial, yet somehow you thought that you were going to get away with doing all this great stuff for Inglewood High School and not get away with it. I caught you in this act of goodness with your foundation.
Yeah. I'm just all over the place, right? My team hosts me, supports me in getting out into the community. And so through the foundation, right, buying, equipment for some football teams, renovating weight rooms. We're about to renovate weight room again up in San Francisco. We just did Long Beach Polly's. We've done Santa Barbara's, and we'll keep going. We're just going to continue to put resources back into the community at whatever rate that we can sustain. So that's kind of my foundation endeavors, and that'll be a story that will always be a part of my life, because I've had enough resources for me to continue to push forward and have opportunities. It wasn't always like abundant, but they were there. And so for these communities that they don't have them there, it's like, well, let's make sure that we can do that for them. So yeah, so I stay active, I like to say. And for me, I think moral of my story is, like, I was never set out to be a football player. Really just set out to continue to increase my capabilities to the maximum that I can. And it's kind of where I like to be. You could call me a workaholic, but for me, that's where I find my fulfillment is within building things. And a lot of it comes around communities. And so that's where a lot of my efforts go towards.
What would you tell people who were like, I want to do good, I want to whatever, but like, I don't have the time? Because like, you clearly stand for someone that's not an excuse for anybody.
No, it's not an excuse at all. If you say you don't have the time, it's just not a high enough priority for you to actually put it into your schedule and make time for it. So that's what I would say to you. It's not that you don't have the time. It's not, you just don't care about it enough. Or yeah, that's what I would say.
So Austin, even with your foundation and the stuff that you're doing with these schools, which is what we're like so excited to talk to you about, it's not like you're putting your face and your name on it and like signing an autograph and like sending people on the way. Like, Inglewood's obviously not far from SoFi, like, but you're getting FaceTime with these kids. What is that like, and the impact you're making?
It's tough for kids to understand really the real value and the impact of things that they're getting. And that's just, a lack of maturity in life. And I think that's something that we all go through, where it's like, man, you really appreciate, right? If you had like good parents, or if you had like, an upbringing that was, respectable, like you appreciate that when you're older, because you see like, oh, not everyone has that. And so when you can give resources to these kids, they don't always understand that. But one thing that I do try to just teach them and leave them with is, like, you're not going to remember that Austin Ekeler built this and like, that's cool. And like, it's not. What is going to be cool is that you actually use these resources, like go and use those, because those are where the memories will come from. And that's where the lessons that need to be learned from using these things will be established. Like for the weight rooms, for example, even the football equipment we give, like, here, use, like, here's helmets, here's gloves. Like, obviously they're going to use it, but that's the thing. You need to go and actually take action. I don't build weight rooms because I want to get kids stronger. I build weight rooms so they can learn transferable skills. And it's really important for them to get in there to learn mental toughness, physical toughness, how to work as a team, how to push themselves, how to stay fit. And guess what? That's going to transition with them throughout their entire life. And if they never learn those at an early stage, they're probably not going to learn those in the future. It's going to be a lot harder too. So what I tell the kids is, use the stuff that I give you. I don't care if you know who I am. It doesn't matter. That's why my face isn't all over it. But just, hey, use this stuff. Yeah.
So everybody, I mean, I was told by several of your teammates, you evaded me at training camp when I was out there, but everybody says you're the strongest dude on the team.
So yeah, we're talking about, right? We're talking about weight rooms here. Yeah. And, obviously it's been a pivotal part in my life. And like I said, there's a lot of transferable skills that are learned in the weight room. And I speak from experience. I haven't even been working out like since I was, a toddler. I've been working out since I was a sophomore in high school. And that's when I really started to kind of pick up my mental capacity, where I was really starting to apply from what I was learning at home to like something that I enjoyed. Like I built a lot of fence, raised a lot of animals at home, which I didn't enjoy, but I learned how to work hard. And now the weight room gave me a place where I could apply that same hard work, but to something that I loved. And then that continued to just blossom my mindset and my physical attributes. And now that
like stronger than Khalil Mack, that's what I'm going to get you here. Like,
so here's the thing.
On your team, Austin, like, come on now.
Here's the thing. He could probably lift more than me when it comes to like a top number. But for me being 195 pounds, I can lift probably close to what he's lifting. And he's like, 250, 260 and a jacked human being. If you ever seen that guy, he looks like he can be on stage, the next bodybuilding competition. And so, yeah, it's compound interest. I've been working out religiously for the past, I don't know, 15 years.
I want to know, people who are donating to the Austin Ekeler Foundation, they should donate because
their resources are going directly to resources that are going back into the community.
Okay, we love hearing that. Okay, yeah. Talk to me, obviously, while I have you. Like, how you feeling? It was a tough game.
Yeah, obviously losing in the NFL is always, a terrible feeling the day after. And the NFL, we have to try to be as consistent as we possibly can. And, we showed, as far as offensively, some capabilities, but this is a team game. Just because offense plays well doesn't mean that, hey, okay, we're good, guys. Like, no, defense, you guys got to step it up. At offense, we have to continue to play at a high level because we've had some consistency issues over the past. And whether you want to blame that on coaching, you want to blame it on injury, you want to blame it on just us not preparing well, whatever it is, like we can't have those. We can't be consistently inconsistent. That's like the worst thing that you can be in life. Is consistently inconsistent. Like, we need to be consistent and playing at a high level, and we have the guys to do it. And so offensively, we have to come and show out again. That's what I can control. That's where I am involved. So I can only control what I can control, but then we need our defense to step up. We need special teams to step up. And we need to step up too. We got to come through at the end. We had a chance, and I'm not just saying it's everyone else's fault, but as far as what we could have controlled, like, we had 2 minutes left, right? We can go down. We're down by 2. We can't give up 3 sacks on the last drive of the dang game. So for us, it's continue to push. It's week 1. There's a lot of crazy stuff that happens every single week. It's the NFL. That's why it's so great. But for us as players, we take it week by week, and we know that we all have to be better. And the better we can, the earlier we can find our consistency and what works for us, the easier it's going to be on our mindset going forward, because then we'll find our consistency, we'll get into a rhythm, and then rhythms turn into stretches of wins. So
does this mean is Austin Ekeler suiting up on Sunday? Because you got a big game against the Titans.
Look, that's the question right now on the block. That's the question. We're talking on Tuesday right now, so we can't be putting out any allegations yet. Got to make sure this ankle's right, though. Obviously, injury is a part of the game, and as we saw, with Aaron, like, nobody's safe. I don't care who you are. You're the quarterback that's getting all this hype in the off season. You're, the practice squad guy. Like, football is football. People get hurt, and it sucks. It's the worst part of the game, but it is part of the game. And so we have to adjust. Jets are going to have to adjust if I'm there, if we're not there. But look, regardless, we got playmakers on the team. So I'm excited for us.
I'm a little worried about this offense if you're not out there.
If I'm not out there? What do you mean? What are you worried about? We got a lot of guys.
Nobody loves Keenan. Nobody loves Mike Williams. Nobody loves even the new kid Johnston more than me. But you make it go.
I appreciate that.
It was obvious on Sunday. You make it go.
I appreciate that. Yeah. That's kind of, I felt like that's been my role for the past 2 years. Where it's like, hey, no matter what, yeah, we know Keenan, those guys are going to make big plays, but Austin, like, you need to be the consistent piece. It's like, hey, we're going to give you the ball. You got to be consistent when we give you the ball. And I feel like I've done a good job with that over the past few years. And this year is no different for me. Got a little banged up in week 1, which freaking sucks, but regardless, we'll be backed out. I played, basically 2 years ago, I played the whole season on sprained ankles. So it's not enjoyable at any means. It's a lot of pain management and rehab. But if I can go, I'll go.
You're going. I'm going it right now. You're on my fantasy team. Like, I can't.
Oh, okay. There's now it really comes
but
out.
More importantly, like, y'all can't go over. Like, Justin Herbert's my MVP pick. Like, we can't do that.
Yeah, we can't do that at all. But yeah, no, ankles, let's just say ankles are nothing you can mess with. So, what Drake say,
I mean, you said you're played on sprained ankles all year 2 years ago. So that makes me think.
I have, but they're all different. They're all different. Okay.
Now you're scaring me. I don't like that. I did want you to know, we're wishing you, like, get completely better. Hopefully you get some rest this week, but you do so much in the community and it's so great and it's really inspiring. And we caught you doing all this great for these schools that Up and Adams is going to donate $1,000 to the Austin Ekeler Foundation today.
Hey, I
Listen,
appreciate
I
that.
want a bunch of Austin Ekelers in there, like lifting weights,
Yes.
Nick Khalil Max of the world. Okay.
Yes, no, absolutely. So I truly appreciate that because as I said before, all of our funds, every single dollar goes to building these things out, right? Whether it's weight rooms, whether it's equipment, like you are helping give some kid out there some type of resource that they can hopefully use to transfer into something that's better for them in the future. So greatly appreciate that. Thank you.
Awesome. Good
Thank
luck
you.
out
You
there.
did some good for the day.
I did
Yes.
something for the day.
Yes.
Get
Yes.
some rest.
Awesome. Thank you, Kay. I appreciate
Awesome.
you.
Thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest Up and Adams content right on YouTube.